Hi, everyone. My name is Jolie DeMarco, and I'm here at All Things Metaphysical Show. So today I want to say, are you feeling a little bit off? Are you grounded? If you're not sure what grounding means, let me explain to you first. So grounding means that you're more in the present moment, paying attention to things, being more mindful. So I'm going to teach you 6 things that you could answer that you will figure out if you're grounded or not. Okay. So the first one here is basically overthinking. So if you're this kind of person that overthinks every little thing that you're going through, everything all day long, should I do this? Should I do that? Kind of make it a little hard on yourself. So if you're an overthinker, that means you're not grounded. Okay, so that's one sign you're not grounded. So the next sign would be multitasking. I know we've all done it and it's kind of really good to do, but not all the time. So yes, we need to get things done and that's why we multitask, but when you're doing it all the time. So if you're constantly doing 3 things at once, 3 things at once, 3 things at once, it's kind of hard for anybody to connect with you, right? Or you to connect with yourself or actually being present on earth. So that means you're not grounded. Okay. So now remember, there's quick fixes for this, and I'll get to that at the end. So now let's go to your third. So do you like to daydream? Because I love to daydream. And so daydreaming is really good for us, especially for meditating and doing a daydream type of meditation. Or, we get a little escape during the day. So that daydream kind of gets you to this place just for a few minutes. But if you're the type of person that is daydreaming all the time at work, at school, while you're supposed to be doing stuff on your computer, all that stuff, okay, no. That means you are not grounded too much. Okay. So now we're going to get to number 4. Okay. Number 4. Are you one of those people that is too far in the future or too far in the past? Okay. So let me give you an example. So if you are so far into the future and you're always talking about 20 years from now, 20 years from now, or 30 years from now, that means that you're so far living in the future, which isn't always bad, okay? But if you're talking about it all the time in the present moment, that means that you're kind of too far out there. So I like to tell people, of course, we want to have goals. Goals are great for us, but if you can make them a little bit more short term, so this way you can kind of stay a little bit more in the now, in the present moment. So I always tell people to do a 1 to 3 month goal. So this way they're reachable. You could actually do them and feel like you accomplished something and purposeful with that. So 1 to 3 months is good. Of course, if we're doing our finances and such like that, that's, we don't think about that all the time every day. And if you do, that means you're not in the present moment. So again, it's good to have some things prepared, but sometimes when we do it too far out, they become unattainable or they just so far out there where you're not even living in your present life. Okay. So now on the other end of that, if you're somebody that's always in the past, talking about the past, now listen, it's great to reminisce and I love hearing old stories. But if you're talking about it over and over all the time, that means that you're never moving forward into the present or a little bit into the future. So if you're one of those people that maybe doesn't let go of an old relationship and you keep thinking about everything that happened in the old relationship, or some occurrence that happened in your life and you're staying stuck into that negativity, of course we want to move forward. So you want to address it and then move forward from it. So this way you're not constantly going back to the back to the past and just staying in that past moment. So again, it's great to reminisce, but if you're doing it all the time, believe me, people will tell you, I heard that story before. Then you know that you're one of those people that are kind of staying a little bit more in the past than you are in the present moment. So that's you. All right. So it's all of us sometimes, but like I'm saying, the excessive of all these things. So now the last one, well, not the last one, I'm going to number 5. Okay. Number 5 is being mindful or mindless. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. When you are in a conversation with somebody, are they like staring down at their phone? Are they not paying attention to you, or you're the one that's staring down at your phone and talking to them at the same time? I mean, that could be really rude. And you're not really fully present with the person because, again, you're multitasking, you're doing something as you're doing something else, and it's not full attention to somebody. We all love attention. We all need it. And so if you're conversing with somebody and you're having this conversation and you want to make sure that you're present with somebody, look into their eyes. Notice their, gestures, notice their emotions on their face and how they're feeling. All these things are really important for us to connect with each other. And if we're not connecting with each other, you're not in the present moment. So I'm not saying like 24/7 you have to do these things, but just once in a while it really helps, because then that means that you're more grounded. Okay. And then the last one, number 6, this is like my all-time favorite one. I mean, do you ever notice your feet? So like for me, when I wake up in the morning, I notice my feet. I put them on the floor, bang, 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 and I tap my feet, bing, 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 and I say, hey, I'm present here today, and I'm glad to be on earth. Today's going to be a good day. So if you notice your feet, I mean, come on, we got some cool shoes out there, right? I know we notice everybody else's kicks and stuff, but what about noticing your own feet? That means that you're noticing your body. So you're being mindful of your feet touching the ground. You're mindful of your body existing here on earth. That's being present. That's being grounded. Okay. So all these things, these 6 things here, can really help you be a more grounded person. And if you're not, even if you just picked 1 or 2 of these and you know that, oh crap, that's me, work on it. So now I'm going to give you how to get grounded. So now there's a couple different ways that you can get grounded besides tapping your feet and noticing your body. Another one actually is just doing a 1-minute meditation. And the 1-minute meditation is just basically talking to your higher self, the all-knowing you, taking 1 minute. And as you have your feet on the ground or you're sitting on the ground, sometimes I like to sit outside on the ground. And I just say to myself, my higher self, hey, Jolie, you know what? We are sitting here outside and it's a beautiful day, whether it's cold or hot. I still am happy and grateful to be here. I'm noticing my feet. I'm noticing my legs. I'm noticing my hips, my whole body. And I am in the present moment. And then I look around, and anything I see in nature, I notice it and I say hello. And so, hello, little birds. Okay. Hello, little lizards. I'm nice and happy to be here. How about you? And so now I'm feeling a little bit more in the present moment. And this is an awake meditation. Okay, obviously. And so it just takes 1 minute just to notice things and be mindful. Now, another way that you can do it is to help yourself out like me and wear crystals. Okay, so right now I'm wearing this Malabi necklace. And so basically it is made out of hematite. Hematite is a metal and metal-like substance. And so hematite is a very grounding stone. It's also very heavy. If you're, feeling to touch, it's heavy and metallic. And so this one makes me feel very grounded. So it doesn't, do anything but make me feel a little bit more grounded, noticing my body and my feet a little bit more. So it's a really good stone that harmonizes with my body when I need to be grounded. And another stone that you could use too is turquoise. So I have a turquoise ring on here. Turquoise is also for protection, but in the grounding, it's obviously all these crystals are from Mother Earth, right? So they make us feel a little bit more grounded in some ways. But this one is connecting me a little bit to earth energy and basically all the elements of the earth. And turquoise is a really good stone for protection and also for grounding. Now, the last one here I have on here, it's kind of hard to see. I have some bracelets, and these are called, see the brown colors, brown, blue, and gray. This one is called Pediorsite. Pediorsite is a great crystal gemstone, and it is for grounding. It helps you be in the present moment, but it does also kind of make you have a little bit more stability, makes you feel like you have more of a stance in what you're doing, more confidence, and also understanding of what you're, thinking about. So, it works mentally and emotionally and also physically at the same time. So Pediorsite is the name of this one, Pediorsite. And so those, crystals, these 3 crystals work really good. Again, always tapping your feet works out well too. And just working on those little 6 signs that may, be telling if you are grounded or not. And so again, it's overthinking, it's multitasking, it's daydreaming too much, it's too far in the past or in the future, and it's being mindful or mindless. And again, noticing your feet. All right, everyone, I will see you next week. And email me if there's anything that you want to ask a question about, because I'd love to talk about what you want to know. So my email is crystaljunkie@outlook.com. crystaljunkie@outlook.com. All right, everybody, have a great day and be grounded. Hi, everyone. My name is Jolie DeMarco from All Things Metaphysical, and today we're going to talk about some cool crystals. One, namely, my favorite crystal is called Selenite. Selenite is really white. So it's a white mineral, Basically, it comes from Mexico, Utah. It's a fairly common mineral. You can also find it in Madagascar. And when it's mined, it kind of looks like this little rod. It might have some, you see the striations in there, but also some other sediment. And, basically a white kind of crystal. It comes in lots of different shapes. We have them as plates, so you can actually put other crystals on top. For example, you can put your little points on here. You put all your crystal stones, and it'll actually cleanse the crystals that are on top of the plate. So not only is it self-cleansing, but it'll cleanse other crystals. And so I like to use it in a lot of different ways. The first way that I like to use selenite would be to help me with my negative EMFs from my computer. So I do set a little one by my side like this. You could also use this as a meditation tool, but it's really great to put by your computer in the meantime. And it takes away the negative EMFs, your electromagnetic field. So basically the negative vibrations from your computer are kind of absorbed into the crystal. And this way it doesn't reach your body as much as it would. So it's still a little bit, but it's kind of a barrier for you. You might notice that your selenite does change a little bit of color, because that can happen as it absorbs more and more negative energy. Okay, so don't get wigged out if it's a little, yellowy color. It's still good. Okay. Now, the only thing that you don't want to do with selenite is you don't want to put it out in the rain or the elements. If it's super hot outside, it'll start to kind of dissipate, kind of like salt. So you never need to wash it or clean it with water. Okay, so that's, remember, it's self-cleansing, so you don't really need to. Now, I also like to, besides meditation, obviously, and use them by my computer to protect my EMFs, when I meditate with a selenite, I usually do a past life regression. Or it can take you to a past life in this lifetime. So how cool is that? So if there's something that you need revealed or released, it's really kind of cool to do a little meditation or a crystal body layout with selenite. And I suggest using some long selenite sticks, one on each side of you, for a grid to take you to a past life regression. So that's something really cool that you can do. You could do it with a friend and then journal it in the morning or journal it after your hour session. And very super cool. You don't really have to have anybody take you into any kind of hypnosis or anything, unless that's something you did want to do and this would enhance it. But you could just sleep with the selenite on the side of you, and I'm pretty sure you'll have some dreams. Hopefully you'll remember them about a past life or something that happened to you in your childhood or sometime during your life that was in the past. So it's kind of cool to do that if you're up for it. So I'm also going to share that, again, you can use them for cleansing and clearing your aura. Okay, so again, I would use, any shape that you had would really kind of work good, but we usually call them wands when they're like stick-like figures. And so this is selenite wands, and I would just clear off my chakra and aura layers. So basically any negative vibrations that I have around my body, the selenite is going to help absorb them. And you'll start to feel a little lighter, a little cleaner energy. So that's why I call it the cleanser, because you kind of feel clean when you use it. So again, super cool way that you can use it, cleansing your crystals, using it as a wand, helping you to a past life or a past experience. And the last thing I like to do is say it's really good to give as a gift. So it's really kind of cute. They come in all shapes. Here's little hearts. And here's half moon, full moon. And of course we have all sorts of plates, all different sizes. Moon that you can stick a candle in or stone. And to cleanse all your other crystals. So how cool is that? You could use it many, many different ways. And so if you do start to do past life regressions or you're putting your selenite by your bed, let me give you a couple little heads up. I would not sleep with selenite by your bed all the time, because you don't want to keep yourself kind of stuck in the past. You want to learn from those past, past experiences and heal forward with them, or, gain knowledge from them that are positive. So you want to make sure that you kind of journal your dreams and stuff as you're doing your past life regressions, or if you're sleeping with selenite by your bed. Yes, it does cleanse your energy, but for a long period of time, like let's say, for example, I actually did have a client that did this. She loved selenite so much because it did make her feel good and lighter, because she had a lot of heavy stuff going on in her life. and she had it all over her house. So not only by her bed, she had them every place, like where that she would possibly be sitting, in her living room where the TV was, which is good for the EMFs. But again, it wasn't near a chair where she would sit all the time for 3 to 5 hours. And anyway, she was trying to move forward from something from the past, and it actually was keeping her stuck in the past. Okay, in the past meaning like an old relationship. And so she couldn't get past this old relationship because she was constantly sitting around selenite, which was kind of like keeping her in that vibration, in that frequency. And so that's not always good, right? So it didn't help her move forward from anything. So sometimes when we just do, a little bit of crystals instead of a lot of crystals, it's much better. And also knowing what you're using them for is super important. I tell people all the time, think about crystals as vitamins. You wouldn't take 50 at once, right? So, try to get the knowledge, and I'll teach you every week. I'm going to teach you about the crystals. And I also have my book, High Vibe Crystal Healing. This one here tells you about all the crystals and how to use them for your body and body layouts. You don't want to mix certain crystals that don't harmonize together, because again, even just one crystal, if you know what it's used for, what the main use of it is, because we could use them for many different things, obviously, as I just told you. But you want to use it for the purpose that you need it for. And so that has a lot to do with your outcome of using the crystals. So again, follow me, okay, on YouTube or All Things Metaphysical Show on Roku television, and I'll teach you everything I know about crystals, because crystals can change your life because they change your frequency. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll see you next week.